What is up? What is up? And welcome to the Life Unlimited podcast, YouTube, however you're consuming this. I appreciate you tuning in. So I talked about this in a live video on Facebook the other day, but it brought up a lot of thoughts. And I just wanted to kind of elaborate on it more and talk about it more and go deeper into it with this, on here. Because this came up because I was talking to a high school friend and she's having a hard time getting motivated to work out, eat right, all the things that we tend to struggle with, right? And somehow we got chatting about how someone told her that, or she assumed, or, she was talking to someone and opened up about the fact that she had some body image issues. Okay, and that she needed to fix the body image issues before she fixed her nutrition or fitness or worried about losing weight. Okay, which may be true, and it kind of brought up the whole body positivity thing, right? And so I think most of you that are listening hopefully know what the body positivity movement is, right? And I've talked about this before, like I've written about it. I've done videos about it. I've shared my opinion about it. And one thing about me is I'm non-content. I do not like contention. And I only stand up for things if it's completely necessary. Okay. Because I'm very good at seeing the middle ground. Okay. I'm very good at seeing both sides of the story. I'm just not that opinionated, I guess is really what it comes down to. Okay. There's some things I'm very opinionated about, and I do talk about that, but it's easy to be opinionated about it because the flip side of that, like I've seen all the detriment, like fad diets, for instance, right? Like if someone were to tell me that they're going to go do keto or Octavia or some diet that they claim is a lifestyle, but know that it really isn't for most people, it really drives me nuts, okay? But the thing is like, I think most people actually agree with me on all of that stuff. They just refuse, like they choose to believe something else for just a second, Anyway, for the whole body positivity movement thing, personally, I like it in some lights and then I hate it in others, okay? Like on one hand, I think women need to learn how to love themselves exactly how they are, every stretch mark, wrinkle, all the stuff that comes with living. We need to start appreciating all of those things instead of making it seem like beauty is when none of those things exist and we all look like runway models and wear a size 0, right? Because that's just not the case. That is not it, right? When you're 30, 40, 50, 60, things start to sag. They aren't where they used to be. And that needs to be okay. And it needs to be celebrated and appreciated, right? Because like having millions of dollars worth of plastic surgery to make you look like a 20-year-old when you're 60, like you look goofy, right? And we know that. And so this whole idea and concept that beauty is only when you look a certain way drives me absolutely insane. But what I'm not okay with is I'm not okay with the body positivity movement encouraging unhealthy habits and encouraging people to settle for something that you can control, okay? So basically denying that you will even attempt to control or change something just because you're supposed to quote unquote love yourself as you are, right? That's what I'm not okay with. And I think that's been pushed. That's kind of like they've taken the whole love you, with every flaw thing, and they've spun it to justify women not taking care of themselves or just hanging out where they are, 100 pounds overweight and like settling for, this is how my life is. Do you know what I mean? Even though they're miserable and they can't go up the stairs without breathing heavy and they're pre-diabetic or diabetic and they have heart problems and do you know what I mean? Like they have all of these underlying things, but it's okay. Love yourself as you are. Like that drives me absolutely insane. Okay. Because ultimately love is not shown by neglecting self-care. It's not shown by ignoring your needs. And it's not shown by prioritizing things that shouldn't be prioritized and then justifying it with this whole body positivity movement. That's not love. That's not showing yourself love. And yet, that's basically what they're saying when they spin it that way. Do you know what I mean? If you love your house, does that mean you never clean it? You just love it how it is? If you love your house, does that mean you never paint the walls? You never remodel the bathroom? You never redo things? Because you're supposed to just love it how it is? No. And that's because love is a verb. I don't know if you heard that before, okay? I can't remember where I heard it or who said it, but it was talking about marriage, right? So when you get married, like you choose your love and you love your choice. And I've heard that one before, and I don't know if you have, but so like when you choose to marry someone, you love the choice that you made, right? Given all circumstances that you can control are taken care of. But like, what I'm saying is love is a verb, okay? So if you love your husband, what do you do for him? If you love your wife, what do you do for her, right? You do certain things to show that you love them. Yes, it's an emotion, but ultimately you show that emotion by doing things, right? So when you truly love yourself, that's when you take care of yourself at the level that you deserve, okay? And if you're having a hard time loving yourself, I have found that when you start doing the actions that would show that you do love yourself, right? So you start exercising, being active, taking walks, taking that time for yourself. You start eating nutritious foods, you listen to yourself, you talk positively, you appreciate yourself, you nourish your body, you nourish your mind, you eliminate negative media, negative people, okay? When you do those things that would ultimately show someone else that you love them, because that's how you would show your friend, your sister, your mom, if you would do all of those things for them, right? And you would love, that's how you would show that you love them. That, like, you need to do the same for yourself, okay? So when people say, oh, love yourself exactly how you are, that's how you do it. Love is a verb, okay? It's the things that you do. It's how you show them that you love them. In fact, and like I said, if you're struggling to love yourself right now, like maybe you look in the mirror and you just loathe the person that you're looking at, okay? And that is an unfortunate situation to be in, but I don't think it's that uncommon, okay? For whatever reason, okay? But the reason doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is you can change that, and it doesn't take that much to change it, because if you and your husband or you and your spouse were fighting, right? In order to fix the relationship, you would have to take action, right? Ignoring it would do nothing. And so ignoring the mirror, like not looking at yourself when you look in the mirror, because I know a lot of people don't look at themselves when they look in the mirror. They just do their makeup, do their hair, move on for the day, but they don't really look at themselves, right? They don't really appreciate themselves when they look. Ignoring the problem doesn't make it better, doesn't make it go away, right? And so it's facing the problem head on and taking action and doing the things that need to be done to take care of the relationship. So if you have a bad relationship with yourself, which most women who come to me, if they are in an unhealthy state, okay, if you have not been exercising, you have not been taking care of yourself, you have not been nourishing your body, you have not been listening, you have not been talking positively, you have not been appreciating yourself, you're in a negative state and a negative relationship with yourself, and that's the root issue. It's not the meal plans, it's not the workouts, it's not all the stuff that people are trying to sell you, right? It's not all the stuff that everyone's trying to offer you. That's the root issue, is you look in the mirror and you don't see what you like, and so you move on for the day instead of solving the problem. Okay? Like, think about how you show your kids that you love them. Do you neglect them? Do you feed them whatever is convenient? Do you ignore their need for activity? Stick them in front of a TV and hope they're entertained for the day? No, you don't. You do the exact opposite of all of those things. And yet, as an adult, when it's your turn to take care of yourself, that's a very easy thing to fall into, right? You neglect your needs, you feed yourself whatever's convenient, You ignore your need for activity and exercise because it's a lot easier to just sit in front of a TV. Do you see what I'm saying? So show yourself, fix the relationship you have with yourself by doing the things that you would do to show that you love yourself. Start loving yourself. And when I say that, I mean do the things, do the actions that would show that you do love yourself. Because the feeling will come when you start doing the actions. I mean, you can Google it. There's people that have had arranged marriages, right? Or maybe they weren't necessarily 100% in love, but because they took the necessary actions that it takes to show someone that you love them, the emotion follows. So just remember that love is a verb. So when someone tells you, just love yourself exactly how you are, yes, but also start showing yourself what love means. You need to be able to look in the mirror, whether you're a size 22 or a size 6, and love that person staring back at you. Because she is amazing. And only then will you be able to change, because you will love her enough to change if that's what she needs. Hopefully that makes sense. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for listening.